Hello again, YouTube. So I've been playing Cube World for a couple of days now. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and so I wanted to try and share it because, you know, it's been a lot of fun, but also it's been difficult to find a lot of information on this game right now as of October 5th, and we're playing version 1.0.0-1. I've been playing with a different character than the one you're looking at right now. I was playing with a warrior, and I cleared 2 regions so far. And with that, I think I've learned quite a bit about the game. And so I'm going to go through it with this ranger. And we're going to see how well I do. I'm just going to try to play the game, but also try to explain how to play the game and what to look for. Alright. So here we are. First save. Let the game load here for a bit. We should be... Actually, where are we? I kind of assumed we'd be in a town? We do not appear to be in a town. So here are some basic controls on the bottom left there. Mouse 1 is attack. Get a bow. And mouse 2 is a stealth shot of some sort? Interesting. And as you hold it down, you gain mana all the way to 100, and then you fire. Holding left shift will sneak. So that's stealth without firing a bow. Moving mouse 3 is dodge. That consumes 25 stamina. Tap mouse 3 to retreat. Alright, that's a big backstep with some stealth. And then T will call a pet, but we don't have a pet right now, so that does nothing. Shadow shooter. That seems to be a decoy that fires arrows with you. Interesting. Okay. So the first thing to know is the Shrine of Life. Got to make sure you activate all of those. Oh, okay, there is a town. It's right here. Perfect. So another thing that's good to know is if you toggle the scroll wheel up and down, it will magnify and demagnify the mini-map. We can go pretty far out. There's multiple regions on the map now. But we can also go very close in so that we can see each little building and help us navigate this town that we're in. Another thing is to talk to everybody who you can talk to. Here's a guild receptionist who can change your specialization. Each class has 2 specializations. I believe Ranger is Scout and Sniper. I don't really know what either of them do though, because I've never played this class before. I've only been playing the Warrior. You can destroy some objects like that scrub for materials. Okay, and the thing you want to do is you want to talk to as many people as you possibly can. Because most of them have nothing good to say, but sometimes they do. Northeast of here is a camp, and there was a spirit bell. Alright. So the spirit bell is absolutely something we want. So we can zoom out, and there it is on the map. That camp is where the spirit bell is. That is an item we want because that is one of the special items. You've also got shops, but I don't have any money, so the shops are not particularly useful to me right now. What is this? Oh. Okay, so this is a dungeon. Right off the bat, right next to the town that we spawned in. The Sandar sewers? Interesting. I can't see anything. Is this normal, or is this just because of loading? Ooh, okay, whoa, hey, okay, run away. Run away. Oh, jeez. Oh, if you press F, it'll pull out the lantern. Which could be very helpful in situations that we are in right now, where you can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we knocked him down. Which is good. There we go. Alright. So the trick seems to be to just to power up your special move here. To deal a bunch of critical damage is what I assume that is. Oh. Missed that time. Alright. Just charge it up again. Should I get farther back? Nope. Okay, that time it hit. Oh, okay. That's the Flight Master. He can take you to set locations. I don't really know how he sets them. I think they're just based on how far away. See, there's one right there. It's also very expensive, 100 gold. And if you look on the lines right here, these are the region borders. So this is where the region we're in stops and a new region begins. So while we're at the map, something worth doing is zooming in to about here, which is second closest. Just start looking for anything worth visiting. Oh, let's do it without the Flight Master. It's a bit distracting. Alright. So all I see right now is a bunch of trees here. This looks pretty important, so you press down the middle mouse button and you'll make a star there. That looks like it has potential. Let's see. There's another one that looks similar. Alright, don't need to bother going that close. That's outside the region, but we'll go ahead and mark it down. I'm not sure if that's anything, but we'll go check it out. The volcano, those are always something. That little square right there, if you zoom in, it actually looks like a little building. That's probably a Shrine of Life, but it's not always. Sometimes it's lore, which we can talk about in a bit. I'm not sure if these are actually anything, but I'm marking them down. There's another square. It's probably another shrine. There's a building of some sort. What about the square right here? Okay, that's something. That's definitely something. What about these when you zoom in on these? Oh yeah, that's something. I don't know what. We'll find out eventually. Here's... oh, that's a thing. Oh, there's that. That looks like a cemetery of some sort. What is this? Okay, definitely check that out. What about this island here? Well, we're gonna go there either way. This hill looks important, so we'll mark that down. There's another little building right there. There is a building right there. And that's something. That looks like a town right there. A little village of some sort. There's a building that's on the edge of the border.
There's something. Oh, here we go. That could be interesting. That just looks like a large log, but we'll mark it down because it looks very strange. Go ahead and mark that, even if it's outside the border. Oh, that's something in that lake there. The entire lake might be important, quite frankly. What is this little cross here? That could be something. So as you can tell, I've been putting down a lot of markers. I'm not, as far as I know, there isn't a limit. There could be a limit, but I haven't reached it yet. Okay, this is definitely something here. So we'll have to check that out. Could be interesting. Or it could be completely boring, just like watching me scroll through this map for God knows how long. Not having things, quite frankly. Because all the equipment you grab inside a region is locked to that region. If you leave the region, you will lose all of your special items and your equipment will just go down to basically having no equipment. So it's important to know where the border is so that you don't accidentally cross it when you're not intending to. So as you can tell, I've been putting down a lot of markers. I'm not, as far as I know, there isn't a limit. There could be a limit, but I haven't reached it yet. Alright, so as you can see now, I've placed a large number of markers all across the region here. I probably didn't get everything, but that's not as important as just putting a bunch of stars down and just seeing what you can find. So I think we're just going to go straight to the camp first that we heard about, get that bell. So what I did just there is you can climb things, you jump against a wall, press E, climb it. As you move, you lose stamina, but if you don't move, you don't lose any stamina at all, which is worth knowing that you have time to think about things. And then if you're getting close to the top and you're out of stamina, you can press space and jump. Another trick worth knowing is that when you're on the wall and you jump, you can grab the wall again, but you will immediately run out of stamina. So if you're pressing anything, you'll probably fall off the wall immediately. But if you're good at it, you can jump, grab the wall. Oh, if I said if you're good at it, you can jump, grab the wall, jump, grab the wall, jump. And you can try to get up the wall doing that, but I'm not good at it, so I'm not going to necessarily recommend it. There's also these little things that you can grab, dragon roots. You can use those to craft potions. Also mushrooms. Usually find these under trees. There are these caves. They occasionally have ores in them. And glowing mushrooms, which are for crafting. And occasionally they have bats that you can kill. The bats don't really drop anything out of the ordinary, they're just normal monsters. And crafting is not necessary, quite frankly. Okay, just gonna let the game load for a second. So sometimes you'll meet friendly allies like this, and it's worth talking to these guys because they might have something useful to say. And it's also worth just talking to them all at once. Oh, this one right here had a quest for us about somebody getting captured by witches. So there it is, it's on the map now. Now as you can see, it's blue,
which means it's a higher level quest than level 1. Level 1 would be the white areas. Obviously, villages are whites because you don't have to do any fighting there. But this camp is also level 1. So hopefully this will be easy enough for us to do. Also, this star that I placed down, turns out it's a Shrine of Life, which is perfect. So every time you go to the Shrine of Life, you want to activate it with your magic flute that you always have. And voila! Now when you die, you will spawn here, which is important because you're gonna die. You don't want to spawn all the way back from the village that we just walked from. Another important thing is Shrines of Life are teleportation points. So if you click them, you will do this animation and you will teleport. You'll teleport between Shrines of Life, and as you can see, we are back here at the village. And then if you want to go back to the Shrine of Life, you don't have to be at a Shrine of Life to teleport to another Shrine of Life. You just have to go to your map here and find the spot. And then just click it, and you'll be off. So we've arrived at our point of interest here, the camp that has the spirit bell hiding somewhere inside of it. And it looks like the bell is just sitting right here waiting for us. Perfect. The spirit world awaits you. So the spirit world is, it's not as important as it sounds. Really, all it does is it lets you get through specific doors. You can just simply walk through them. But it is an item that's nice to have so that you can get through those doors. Pick up some apples, and we will move on. So these little red flowers here, these are ginseng. Just want to break those. Oh. And dropped some equipment, apparently. So we can't wear this equipment because it's only for mages. Regardless of what class you are, you will get all the drops of every class. So sometimes what you get isn't what something you can use, which is worth keeping in mind. Oh, okay, so we got 2 quests here. One guy told us where the Divine Harp is, one of the special items, and somebody else told us about a kidnapped gnome at an altar of Astar. Let's pull out the map. Here we go. Here's the altar of Astar, and there is the harp. Go ahead and put a star there. And I think we will head towards the altar of Astar, because that is how we are going to get equipment. And once we get equipment, progressing through the rest of the game will become much easier. Alright guys, so we are right at our altar of Astar, the place where we're going to accomplish our first quest. I'm going to be extremely careful, because 1, I have no gear, and 2, I have not found a Shrine of Life nearby. And walking here would be a serious pain. So all I see right now, oh, there's the gnome that we're supposed to be rescuing, and he is surrounded by these demon marauders. And it looks like we need to kill all of them. Looked like he dropped something. Oh, right, it looks like he dropped leftovers. So, leftovers are equipment that has not been identified yet. We'll have to go back to town later and identify it, and hopefully it'll be something good. Seriously, where the heck is this guy going? Oh, did we get him? Cool, we got him. Looks like we found a house of some sort, so we're gonna check this out real quick. And then we'll head back to the altar. Perfect! So this is what the spirit bell is for. Getting through doors like these with bars. And inside we've got some gloves. So that'll come in handy right now. Go ahead and put these on. Hey, we saved him. Now he can supply the shops in the hills with better items. Perfect. What is this? A wood boomerang and an emerald. Emeralds are used for crafting higher level equipment. And this boomerang's a better bow. Or better weapon at least. So with this, we will be able to complete better quest. As you can see also, there's a check mark on the Altar of Aster now, showing that we have completed it. So now that we've completed that green quest, let's go ahead and head towards the Gatkor Crater, which is blue, which is the next tier up from green. And hopefully we'll be able to complete that and get even better equipment. So here we are at the crater here. Looks like we've got some people over here. They seem friendly enough. Nope, I lied. Well, let's head towards the camp instead, why don't we? That's also a blue quest. And it's got a hammer on it. So hammer is important. Hammer is crafting. Crafting books, to be specific. If we can complete this quest, we will obtain a crafting book, which will allow us to craft better items in this region. So crafting books are also region specific. So we've arrived at the camp here, and it looks like we've got some more cult demons to deal with. Did not realize demons could sit down. That's interesting. And quite silly. Alright, so that was probably harder than it needed to be. But I have cleared this quest, and here are my rewards. The Epic Book of Crafting. I can now craft epic equipment in the hills here. So let's go back to town and test out some things. Since I've rescued both a gnome and gotten a crafting book here. Alright, so now that we're in town, let's go ahead and first identify our leftovers and then check out the shops and maybe some crafting. So the house here with a magnifying glass on the signpost is the identifier. Just do a click on these leftovers. They cost 1 gold for the green ones. And down here you can see what it was: a flawless wood wand and an iron shield. Items that are useless to us, sadly, but they can be sold. So here's the armor shop, for instance. Got a little chest piece as a logo. You can sell these items that we can't really use, are no good, they're too weak. The wood bow, the crossbow, the boomerang. And then all this red gear, can't use it, just sell it all off. We actually want to equip that bow because it's purple, which is better than blue, as you can see. Equip that. Sell the old boomerang. Great. You can also sell any of these that you might not want. You cannot sell special items. And then over here we have the crafting. So with that epic book of crafting that we got, it looks like we can make purple bows. Although we have to do it at a workbench. Which is over here. Well, no, this is the customization bench. Here's the furnace to make ingots. Here's the saw. Over here at the saw we can make wooden cubes that we got from the logs that we got, a couple of them. And here is the workbench where we can make our bows and crafting weapons, armor. We can also make epic armor, chest. So the things that you can craft, you can only craft equipment for your class. And the stats are not random. You can see all the stats of what you'll get. They change per region. Wrong. Okay, hey, future me here, just correcting the past self. Gear is not based on the region. It is in fact changing every single game day. I believe it changes at midnight. It changes for each merchant separately, so each merchant at any town can have separate gear regardless of if they're in the same region or not. Alright, we got it. Cool. I'm out. But this is what we got for this region. As you can see, purple also needs rubies and gold cubes for that ring, or for this necklace, I'm sorry. And for this ring we need silver and rubies. And even the armor needs rubies. And the weapons also need rubies, along with wood cubes, iron cubes, linen yarn. So to make linen yarn, let's find... Oh, interesting. We might not be able to make linen yarn here, but in some towns there's a spool-like device. There it is. So we have the loom here. Where we can make armor for the archer. And then here is the spinning wheel where we can make linen yarn from the plant fibers that we collected. Occasionally you'll get extra materials from crafting. Sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 3. Most of the time you're just going to get 1. And that's about it. I'm going to call it here. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. See you.